Hi everyone, welcome to my very first YouTube video. If you can't tell by the sound of my voice, I am super excited. Like, I literally can't wait to look back at this video in 5 years and just see how much I've grown. Not like with subscribers or anything, but just in my ability to do nails and the type of content that I'm hoping to create. So if you want to come on this journey with me, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. That way you'll be the first to see my new videos whenever they pop up. So I will be doing a pop-off set today, and I'm just here starting with my prep. And honestly guys, no matter what type of set you're doing, whether it's a pop-off set or you're trying to make it last, make sure you clean those cuticles because nobody wants crusty cuticles as their end result. Now, the cuticle bit that I'm using right here is my absolute favorite. When I say favorite, I mean I use it every single time. And the reason I love it so much is because it's so gentle. Like, you have to put so much pressure on the nail to cause any type of like rings of fire or anything like that. And here I'm going to use it in both forwards and backwards. And I still don't get any rings of fire. It does a great job of lifting that cuticle and removing all that dead skin. And honestly, I think a lot of nail techs are using this bit right now or something similar to it because it's amazing and it's affordable, which is great. Now this step right here where I'm going in with the sanding band is not necessary if you're going to do a pop-off set. The reason I chose to do it was because I previously had another acrylic set on and I just had some like stubborn gel and acrylic stuck to my nails. And obviously a cuticle bit is not going to remove that. So I just went in with my sanding band, to kind of help with that. Now, there are a couple ways that you could do this pop-off method. You can get a peel-off base coat. I think Macart sells one. I'm not sure what other brand sells one, but essentially you would just put on this base coat, cure it, and then you can go ahead with your application. But I think that a popular method, which is the method that I'm going to be using, is to use cuticle oil and a top coat. Here is the top coat and the cuticle oil that I'm going to be using. But if you are going to use this method, please be warned, do not drown your nails in cuticle oil for a couple reasons. One, you will get a major heat spike when you go to cure it in the lamp. Like even here, I think this was too much and I didn't even drop it directly onto my nail plate. I dropped it onto the glove. And reason number two is that even though this is a pop-off method, you still want to be able to file your nails and do whatever you have to do without them flopping off every single time because it's going to be super annoying, trust me. So after you rub the cuticle oil in, you can apply the top coat directly to the oil that's on your nails. It doesn't really matter if it's a matte or a shiny. I just prefer a matte top coat for aesthetic purposes. It really doesn't matter though. Now for the fun part. I love to use nail forms for my acrylic application. If I do not use nail forms and I use nail tips, then my nails will just be pointing to the sky because I have those ski slope nails. Now, as with anything that you do in this industry, like it all takes practice, but when I tell you that nail forms takes practice, girl, I'm not kidding. Nail forms takes practice. It is not easy. Don't let nobody tell you that it's easy because it's hard, but you have so much more leeway in what you can do for your client with nail forms, so it is worth the practice, trust me. Anyways, we are gonna go in with Valentino's Perfect Nude for my base, and I did make a little mistake here. Girl, if you thought I was gonna let that pearl go to waste, no, that is expensive. We're gonna make that pearl work. So I'm only going to show you the application for my index finger, and then I will do the rest off camera. So I'm just going to be quiet now and let you watch. Ta-da! Application is now done. Next, we gotta start shaping and filing these bad boys. So, I always like to go in with my nail file before I go in with my e-file just to get that shape in order. If you are looking for a sturdy nail file, this is the one I use. It is the Tammy Taylor peel and stick files. The reason I like these is because they don't curve when you put pressure on them, which is a problem that I ran into, especially as a beginner nail tech. Like, I would go to file the free edge and I noticed that I had more of an almond shape going on towards the bottom instead of a coffin, and it was really annoying. So having a sturdy file like this one definitely helps if you're having that issue. Okay, remember when I said to be careful how much... Guys, my son is sitting here with me, so he thinks that this is all funny. But remember when I said to be careful how much cuticle oil you apply because your nail will pop right off? Yeah, you see that, bud? That's exactly what happened to me. My nail came right off and I had to glue it back on. And it happened to my index finger as well, which kind of sucks. And it sort of defeats the whole purpose of being a pop-off when you have to glue it back on with nail glue, because it does make it more difficult to take off. Right now, I'm just going to go in with a mani brush and some young nail swipe just to remove all of that excess dust. And here we have the final shape. But to be honest, I did want these nails to be a little bit longer, which was a fail on my part. But I did want them to be a little bit longer, but it's okay. We're just going to work with what we got. I do want to say that I did not come up with this nail design. I found a picture on Pinterest of this design. So if you are the tech who made this design and you are going to watch this one day or see the picture, shout out to you because I'm not taking any of the credit here. Let's talk about this green, you guys. This green is from D&D number 747. It's called Aura Green. I was really frustrated with this green because as you can see from the paper that's on the bottom, it's such a deep green, and then you put it on and it's very jelly-like, which is annoying because I had no idea until I started this process. So I did have to go in and do 2 coats, and in some nails 3 coats. And I did leave that off camera because it's just very repetitive, me putting on multiple coats of gel polish for the tip. But just warning you that if you think that this is a beautiful color, and it is a beautiful color, it's just not as pigmented as I would like. So yeah, I did have to go in and do multiple coats for this color, but it's, again, okay, we got to work with what we got here. Now, I was trying to be cute filling in the color with my little liner brush, but no, because of the pigmentation on this color, I said, screw this. And I went in and started filling in those huge spaces with the actual brush from the pot or the bottle, you know, because that was just going to take too long. Now that my French is all done, I went in with matte top coat for my middle ring and thumbnail, and then I used a glossy coat for my index and my pinky. Also, a side note, if you're gonna use matte top coat, don't use the same matte top coat that you used for the pop-off method because it's going to have all of the like stuff from the oil mixed into it and it's gonna ruin it and you'll see it. So don't do that. Keep your matte top coat that you use for the pop-off method separate, specifically for that, and then use a different matte top coat for your final finish. I want to give a little bit of advice when it comes to doing chrome art. I realized that the reason I struggled with having my chrome stick so much is because I was curing it in the lamp for too long. Chrome needs a sticky layer in order to adhere to whatever you're putting it on. So in this case, I'm using black as my base color for the chrome, but if I put my hand in the lamp for, let's say, 30 seconds, that's probably too much time for the gel to cure. And although it's still going to be sticky, it's not sticky enough for the chrome to stick to it. So you'll just kind of see the chrome glide off and nothing will work. With that being said, I have found that the magic number for me is 15 seconds. Now everybody's nail lamp is different, so you'll have to play around with it. Sometimes it'll be 10 seconds, sometimes it'll be 20 seconds, but for my nail lamp in particular, and I have the not polished nail lamp, it's gonna be 15 seconds. Lastly, you wanna apply a top coat before you start doing anything with chrome. If you noticed, I put a matte top coat over the green French before I started applying those black lines. And that's because, again, chrome will stick to anything that's sticky. So that green French was technically sticky before I cured it with top coat. What I'm trying to say, you guys, is that you don't want anything sticky on the nail. The only thing that should be sticky on the nail is whatever the chrome is going to be adhering to. So put a top coat on, fully cure it, and then you're going to want to use young nail swipe or some alcohol to wipe off any extra residual from the top coat, and then you can go ahead and start working on your chrome design. This is the final look and I love it. I love it so much because they're super simple, but they're also a statement piece, you know? If you've made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means the world to me that you lasted this long in my video. And if you did like it, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification like I said. And also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. That way we can stay connected.